I just want to say, I just wanted to say, if Noah was to come, and this was the rapture, uh, but then I can see it taking a spiritual aspect as it would take, like, like in the movies, it said he would take all these people up. I think it even said that in the Bible. So it would make sense. I'm just saying, I ain't saying the rapture is happening. I mean, I don't really know. I could, but it's something I don't want to know. It's one of them things I'd rather lead to the inevitable, you know. I had to learn, I'm still learning how to just quit expecting, you know. So, um, but it's the aspect, like what God trained me for through this course of life, regardless, like I said, if it was a program, whatever it may be. Uh, One thing, if it is a ship, a Noah ship, and it's in the spiritual, and it's like it's collecting the souls from the physical, and you gotta get on this ship, even though the world is still moving. You gotta get on this ship. You gotta fade from the world ship to Noah ship, and this it's like the ship going around the whole world all the time right now at this moment, constantly going around, evaluating, analyzing everything. So it's like you get on the ship, you gotta get on the ship with responsibilities. Um, yeah, you gotta get on the ship with responsibility. Um, and it's like once you get to the responsibilities of the ship, um, you just know not to violate it. It's no point in wanting to violate them because you've been preparing to be on this ship now for a long time. And what that means is that if you was a whore, you done embrace being a whore. You done enjoy being a whore. Now, okay, it's a ship coming by. Your chance to stop being a whore, you know. Same thing for every other thing too, like drugs, whatever your case or whatever your vice is. Even something simple as just gossiping, you know. Okay, you done did your feel of it. You know the outcome of it silently, even if you're telling anybody. You know what it is. You know what time it is. So, are you gonna get on this ship and work on your problems, figure out your problems, and by the time, let's say the rapture real, I mean the rapture come, and by the time the rapture come, you'll be on the Noah ship, and the souls and the bodies of the Noah ship ain't gonna be affected. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that never jumped on the ship, they just gonna be wiped. You if you look at it like this, the best extermination that can ever be known to man, and it's done by God the right way. It's like God weeding out the red light. So it's like when I the sets department in that situation with me with the 5 year thing, that took time. I didn't just do that because I found out, boom, I did it. That ain't the way that worked. I had to I had to understand that the lovers I got around me was just succubus and incubus. And you'll be amazed how many succubus and incubus is literally around her and sleeping in bed with her. So it's like, how do these beings drink your soul? They drink your soul, basically. I mean, they drink your, not your soul, they drink your oil. So whatever the astro, I'm guessing, whatever the astro using your oil for, um, over there, I'm guessing if you with an incubus or a succubus, you'll be wasting your oil basically. It ain't wasted by far. It's going in the opposite direction, and it's probably gonna go against you too. But at the end of the day, it's wasted because it wasn't given to. And that would be the curse of sleeping with, continuing to be with an incubus or a succubus. Anyway, I could turn into a succubus or an incubus. All you gotta do is keep having sex for the wrong reason, doing playing in the sexual department for all the wrong reasons. And it's gonna create you as a realm, okay? So they're gonna probably uh categorize you up in that sex realm and break you off as an incubus or a succubus. And whatever made you turned you into that is what you're gonna be, whether it's incubus or succubus, depending on how that. I wouldn't know. I never dealt with them. Once I figured out they was the incubus or succubus, I was out of there like Star Trek. But that's why being forced to understand that the fact that I was targeted like that a long time ago, I was pretty much forced to stay celibate. But it was a practice that was needed because I tend to travel and I'm a pretty popular kid, so women love me. So that gave me the opportunity to learn how to respect a woman as well as admire a woman. So it was a good, somehow as bad as extreme as it sounded, it was a good combination for the time at hand, the matter at hand, that helped me develop. And this, so like I said, this take time. But if I was to say though, y'all, honestly, I mean, even if this is a Truman Show or whatever, it's still something off. And um, I would definitely say it would be a time before the rapture, because that Noah Ark ship, the rules that apply to the Noah, because I really hear it, and I just don't talk about it, I don't want to scare nobody. But that Noah ship, it's hovering above us right now, and it's like it's got rules and regulations, more or less 144,000. It's like it's a real, for me, it's like it's a real rash because they evaluate everybody. And, and it's like the same road you went down is the same road you got to, the same road you came up, the same road you got to go down. So the key to the matter is the fact that you finna go face all your demons. I know people always say somebody a drunk or somebody a whore or somebody a player, pimp, whatever, a killer. But I done seen a lot of somebody got a bunch of STDs and going around trying to kill folk with them. I done seen people with all these sexual problems in one person more than I have just one person having one of these problems. Well, I really can't say that, but it's been almost like a balance. So you just never know, and it's an energy you need to know, because if somebody around you could do all that and lead other people to doing all that, and it really don't show, then the game is on. You know, God around the Satan around the game is on, because that's an angel you playing with, and never know, a devil or a demon or something. And the game is on then, because like they say, before you practice with a human, and you knew the human outcome of a situation like that, but now that it's a demon, it'll take you further than you could go. Basically, kill, steal, and destroy. Okay, you want to keep doing this? Well, let me show you the next door. The next door is, okay, you're a cheater. You really, one thing, everything we lust for is just a moment thing. So it's like, you keep wanting to do that. Okay, I'm gonna take you. You don't want to do it no more, but you want to do it. Okay, but we're gonna put you in a situation where you just gonna sleep with the devil, just like that. Okay, you're not gonna sleep with all these humans, these karmas no more. We're gonna upgrade you. You just gonna sleep with the devil. So you have to know these energies, which is rough because it's like they're growing. You know what I'm saying? But that's why for me, that's why I say understanding this path right here, it helps you to understand all energies, and you can't, once you go down this path, you just can't go. It ain't no turning back. You might, for me, I talked to a couple people about it. I've been in this now almost 5 years. I talked to a couple people about it for a year and a half, first year and a half in this, and I quit talking about it. I said, this is God right here. And I knew couldn't nobody get me. I knew what time it was. I started researching what it was, like Dark Night of Soul and stuff like that. And then I had to reevaluate myself. And then I had to look at it like uh, purgatory, rehabilitation, uh, reading that life. It's all the same. It's all the same. You know, for me, it's like you go to hell, you come to earth, then you go to purgatory, be evaluated, and whether you're going to go back to hell and back to earth again. That's the way I see it, but it could be different for everybody else. And, but it's like purgatory is the next step before you either go home or you come back to earth or whatever. Best thing you can do when you're in Dark Night, so I keep saying purgatory. That's what it is. Dark Night, same purgatory, the same thing, really, I think. But, uh, um, learning real valuable when you get in a situation like that, regardless of what it is. The best thing you to not to do is snap, lose yourself, and embrace your temptation. Cause I was at the moment 2 or 3 years ago. I couldn't wait to get in this moment though again. Cause I had this moment once before when I was young, and I felt it with flying colors. And I look back at this moment so many times, and I said, man, if I would have did this, if I would have just did this, or that, if I would have did that, I'd be good. And I always told God, if that moment ever, if that energy ever come around again, I know I'm gonna get in my feelings about it at first, but please, I pray that I would get out of my feelings and embrace the moment. And that's what I try to do. I hope I did, but I'm so disconnected from the world, I don't really know what's going on. But but either way, even if it's like this, it don't matter. Don't break. Embrace it, because whatever's next, you might not even get no time to even do this. Put energy into whatever you can put energy into when you're not being bothered. Why everybody, when they took everything from me, yeah, I could sit here and claw and fight and scratch and dig like a lion or whatever, go crazy, whatever. But so many people done did it. It's irate and it's overbearing. I'm tired of seeing the repetition myself. So it's like the only thing none of us ever did was just did the right thing. That's what being patient and embrace the serenity or whatever. Embrace not serenity, but embrace the solitude. And because you might not ever get it again. And what you do when you embrace the solitude, you go back to your childhood, you get to grab the good pieces of everything you can remember, even the bad. Because sometimes when you get older, you realize the bad wasn't that bad, it just needs to be polished, you know. And I just went back and refined my whole self. I ain't get rid of nobody. I just refined myself because all those different means was a necessity for me to survive where I was at in life at the time. So it wasn't fair for me to outcast a piece of myself when I didn't do that to myself. It was just a self-defense mechanism. So I need to be proud of myself regardless of what it took at that time for me to get out of that situation. By the grace of God, I got out of the situation. And now today, I'm a better self than I was then. And it took all those situations to make this one better, you know. So, And I hope that helps somebody out there. I wasn't gonna say that, but it been on my heart. I guess somebody going through some stuff. But yeah, no matter what, don't let it get you down. Understand the sex realm. When you start going through the sexual situation, if you came up here with me, and you can only get through some of these doors by disciplining yourself in all those parts of life. They don't come. The beautiful thing about God, they don't hit you at once. It might be you want to elevate past this gate, you gotta have faith. You want to elevate past the next gate, you gotta have this and that. Some of them gates require no drugs, celibacy. And once you get to the gate, I don't know if you're straight or not, but for me, once I done elevated like that, there's no point in even turning around because I'm learning about the DNA. I'm learning about the human biology, the human mechanism. So I know the importance of sharing. That's why I tell people pay attention to that part when Jesus said, "Who touched me?" We also supposed to notice when somebody touch us. That's the scary part about it. Everybody in the world supposed to notice that. You supposed to know that. Let me shut up. That's too deep, y'all. They gonna choke me out. It's too much. Let y'all go off though.